Hey fam, it's your girl, the one and the only Spicy, and I'm here today with another pick a card reading. The topic or the question that I will be asking today is who are you becoming? So, who are you becoming? It's a transformational reading. And we're just going to be looking at two different questions, of course. Who are you becoming, and what have you been successful with letting go of? So, what have you been successfully letting go of, rather? Y'all, I'm so excited. I'm blessed. I'm grateful to be here today and especially doing this reading, just adding some more content to my page and definitely something that you can consume that will help you to continue to keep progressing in life and just understanding how far you have come and, the many places in which you can go. So this is how it's going to work. You can pause the video right here if you would like to and choose which pile that you feel like you're attracted to the most or you feel like resonates with you the most. And we also have crystals. So we have pile one here, which is the Mermaid Tarot with the clear crystal quartz. This is a geode. And we also have pile two, which is the Essential Tarot with the citrine crystal. And then we also have pile three, which is the amethyst crystal with the Neo Tarot. So go ahead and choose now and then just go into the description box and look at the timestamps and click the timestamp that correlates with the pile that you chose, and I will see you at your reading. All right, fam, if you chose pile one, which is the Mermaid Tarot with the clear crystal quartz geode, I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading now. Make sure you check out the information in the description box because that is where you can find contact information, how to get in contact with me on social media, on Instagram at SpicyBSoup. If you would like to get a personal private reading, that link is there as well. And also, if you would like to check out my website, WavyLady.net, to, get into what I actually have going on, the other services that are available, as well as my 3D and hand painted gel press on nails, then you definitely want to make sure you check those out as well. And yeah, if you would like to send any donations to me, the information is there, as well as if you would like to continue to support this channel, by sending any tarot decks or oracle decks, you can also send that to the address that's listed there. I definitely appreciate any support just to help this channel to continue to keep growing and just impacting many lives. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Who are you becoming? I'm going to be asking two different questions. I have the tarot and I also have some oracle cards also for this reading. Okay, so I definitely see, as far as who you're becoming, something I definitely want to say is I feel like there's so much potential that is within you, and there's so much, I guess I could say, untapped potential, or maybe this is something that you're finally realizing within yourself, is that you can actually do things. Like, you can actually put forth, some type of action, and you can actually progress your life. You can actually move forward. But I feel like something that you've had to experience was kind of getting over yourself, because whenever I see the Eight of Swords card, it always talks about, someone that's holding themselves back. So I feel like the energy that you're getting into, the person that you're becoming, is someone who no longer wants to do that. You no longer want to, be stuck or be stagnant or sit in a circumstance or a situation in which you feel like you're not empowered to do anything about it. I feel like you're someone who is becoming a lot much more free. So free in how you perceive yourself. Also someone who is no longer seeing themselves as like an underdog or someone who has to just fight and struggle to make things happen for yourself. I feel like you're understanding that like you have to push past fears, and you have to push past any type of, conditioning, any types of ways of thought. So you're kind of, I don't want to say you're fighting against yourself, but you definitely are, to really emerge and live the type of life, to have the type of enthusiasm, to have the type of joy, to have the type of courage, to have the type of, strength that you need to actually, bring about change and transform within your own life. So I feel like at certain points in times, you've felt like, things were just not working out for you, or you didn't understand why circumstances or situations weren't changing. You didn't understand why. And I feel like it's really just been you versus you. So I feel like you eventually have gotten to a point to where you've been able to conquer, like I mentioned, fears or anxieties or things that were holding you back. You finally been able to conquer those things. I feel like you understand that your path has been clear the whole time. Now, you may not have been aware about which way to go or what you should do. And I'm not laughing at you. It's just that the path for you has essentially been clear, and it's been you that has been keeping yourself in a specific place. So you've probably been keeping yourself in a box. You've probably been keeping yourself shut away, and wondering why, life circumstances and maybe things that you wanted weren't happening for you. You kind of got caught up in just the confusion. I feel like the confusion that you've been feeling, not really understanding where to go, not really seeing the path, but the path has always been clear. You've always had what you've needed to break free, So a lot of you all are finally understanding that like, my life is what I make it, and it's really up to me. But then you're getting over the fears or the anxieties or even the conditionings that you've experienced that have kept you in that place. So it's not to say that, all of this was for nothing, or you felt a particular way for nothing, but it's just saying that you're understanding that everything that you need to succeed and to progress and transform in life, like you have that within you. So that's definitely, some energy that you are moving out of, and you're moving into something new. You're learning new things. The type of person you are now is you're allowing yourself to be enveloped within, everything that life has to offer you. So you could be someone who's, mastering new hobbies. You're learning about new things in life. You could also be getting into spirituality, and maybe through you, involving yourself in the metaphysical sciences, you've been able to understand your place in this world, and it's giving you the positive outlook that you can actually create your life by design, and you don't have to just stay in the circumstance that might have been created for you, whether it was your home environment, how you grew up, and things that were created for you. Now you're understanding that like you can change your destiny, in a sense. Like you can change. For some reason, I just kind of got like someone sailing in a boat. It's like you can manipulate the boat to go in the direction in which you want it to go. You're not just aimlessly going wherever the wind takes you, if that makes sense. So you can change your direction. You can change the course of your life, and it starts within you. And I feel like you're realizing that you have all that you need. You're becoming someone who is taking more control over your life, is what I'm trying to say. You're taking more control over your life. If there were things in the past that of course, because, past conditioning, our home environments, our families can either set us up for success or they can set us up for failure. I feel like where you came from, you might have been set up for failure because you weren't taught the certain things that you needed to actually go be successful, especially if you're an adult watching this. So I really do feel like you're, in a sense, you're bringing some fairness back into your situation. But I think it started within you. It started within you understanding and realizing that like, I don't have to be where I'm at. Like I can change whatever it is that I want to change. I have the power to, I have the will, like I can think my way through this, So I feel like a lot of you all are, understanding that it's on you to create the life that you want, and you're going to create something that is a lot much more balanced. I feel like a lot of y'all have, really been able to be successful with the healing process, because oftentimes when I see the justice card, it makes me think about, some your heart being as light as a feather. So I feel like you've really had to let go of some things in the past. You've had to understand, you if you didn't know, like, you were understanding what it truly means to sacrifice. And when you let go of something that is not resonating with you anymore, at a certain point in time, I feel like this stuck stagnant energy, it just wasn't resonating with you anymore. You were tired of it. You felt like it wasn't really doing, it wasn't really engaging yourself in that energy. It wasn't really helping you get to where you wanted to be. It just continued to keep perpetuating the same. And that's why I feel like who you're becoming is you're stepping into some newer, lighter energy. You're definitely transforming, and you're letting go of things that no longer resonate with you anymore, so that you can actually start to bring in things that are a lot much more lighter, a lot much more peaceful, that flow a lot more easier. So I just feel like you all have really done some mental work. You've done some, reprogramming. You're seeing life from a different perspective. You might even be changing your paradigm, which is also changing your habitual behaviors. At one point in time where you might have felt like, I just have to be this way, this is how I always was. It's like now you're introducing new habitual behaviors into your life that really, and being consistent with those things to bring yourself the type of the peace, the balance, the fairness, the justice that you personally need for yourself. So it's like y'all are on a mission. Y'all are on a mission, and who you're becoming is so much more of a freeing type of individual, and you're really truly immersing yourself in, the possibilities of really what could be. So a lot of y'all are having, you have wishes, you have hopes, you have, faith. I'm trying to say there's things that you're hoping and wishing for, and I think you're finally bringing yourself that, justice, that clarity, that you're making things fair. So where life was unfair, you're understanding that if you want life to be fair, it's going to be up to you to have to do what you need to do to bring yourself that justice, to bring yourself a resolution, to, to resolve your own matters. You're understanding that it's really going to be on you, so that's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and get some more cards and see what else is going on with you. So I talked a lot about, of course, your transformation, who you are becoming. I think that once you've gotten out, once you've got yourself out of that feeling of being stuck, of understanding that it's up to you to create your life the way that you want it to be, the way that you see fit for you, and it's going to be fit for us in different ways. I'm trying to say, because we all have different hopes, we all have different desires, we all have different wishes. So it's going to be different for everybody. But at the end of the day, it's you want to create the life that makes sense to you. I'm trying to say, like, it makes sense to you. So I really do feel as though it was important for you to get out of that past energy, because now it puts you more so in a place of where you feel empowered. It puts you more so into a place of, creation, especially with this Empress card here. So you've definitely had to endure some healing as you've gotten yourself out of these stuck and stagnant energies, as you've understood that everything that you need to free yourself from your situation is all within you. So I feel like a lot of y'all have, as far as who you're becoming, this is definitely something that you've internalized. Like I said, it was really all mental and what you had to do. So this is amazing. As far as within you being in this Empress energy, is really all about, creation as well, because this woman is typically depicted as a pregnant woman, so this doesn't have to be like you're pregnant, in which you could be, someone could be having a child. There could have been some difficulties around having a child, if that applies to you. but also it's just you being, pregnant with new ideas, new creative ideas, new thoughts, new things that you can actually execute into this world, and I think it was important for you to definitely get into this energy, because the type of person you're becoming is you're becoming a resilient person. You're becoming someone who is able to bounce back from all adversities, like any circumstances that could potentially harm you. It's like you're that person that you're still going to get back up and you're still going to persevere and you're going to complete the mission, like by all means necessary. So it's really made you a strong person, as opposed to once you were previously, maybe not being able to see a way forward, see what you should be doing, where you should be going. I feel like you're the type of person that, you just kind of create, and wherever it takes you, it takes you. And even if things don't work out for you, you're still going to bounce back and do what, most people won't do, which is maybe being consistent, maybe, not, yeah, being consistent, not giving up, not quitting, which, people, it's unfortunate, but a lot of people really do give up and they definitely quit on their dreams. They quit on their goals. Whereas I feel like you've been in this stuck energy for so long that you just got tired of it, and you kind of told yourself, like, I'm never going back to that. Like, I have to go out and explore this world. I have to go out and create the life I want. I have to go out and be me, especially if you're a divine feminine. And you identify with that information. It's like you have to go out and express yourself and be you to the fullest. We also have the star card, and I was getting star energy anyway from looking at the Fool card, but even for y'all just getting the star card, you can read it straightforward. Like, it seems that y'all are persistent in moving towards your goals, and some of y'all have goals of becoming famous. Some of y'all have goals of of becoming very well known in whatever industry or career field that you are in. So so a lot of y'all could really just be in the process that most people that are successful have had to go through, where you went through a point in period in your life where you just kind of got tired of being in the circumstances that you were in. So you just were gonna go make anything happen, and you were gonna make things work. So for a lot of y'all, a blessing that is coming through who you are becoming is because you've been in a certain energy, and you've done what you can to have this faith and hope and wishful thinking about your life changing, like that. This is who you're becoming. Like, your life is actually changing, and you actually are really about to receive the attention, the validation, the admiration. Like, you're really about to receive all of these things because you did the hard work. So you're becoming a very resilient person. And I also think that you're becoming prepared for the next position that you are supposed to fill within life. So a lot of y'all have significantly leveled up. You're becoming a leveled up individual. You've significantly leveled up. You've had to do things that maybe you were not used to doing before. You've had to put some type of work and energy and time and focus into what you want to personally create for yourself. And I think that is definitely going to be paying off for you. So that is amazing. I want to get y'all something from the Goddess deck, a card from the Goddess deck, just to see if we can get some additional messages. But yeah, you're definitely becoming known. You're becoming known where you once felt like you lacked direction and you lacked purpose. You got yourself out of that energy, and now you're putting the work in to become actually successful. So a lot of y'all are definitely becoming successful from a period in time where you did not know how you was gonna do this, or you didn't know how the tide was gonna turn. It's like you definitely are becoming a lot more successful. So you should pat yourself on the back for that. So we also have reverence. We have reverence with the white buffalo calf woman. I feel like a lot of y'all are becoming definitely more spiritual people, because when it comes to metaphysical sciences, like I said, you're looking at your place within the world from a higher perspective. Now you're looking at purpose, where you may not have had an idea what your purpose is. Now you're looking at purpose. You know, now you're looking for, you know, the steps that the universe might want you to take, or the steps that they're supporting you with taking. So I really do feel like a lot of y'all are becoming way much more, you know, spiritual focused. You're focusing on, especially if you're watching this reading, okay, you're focused on the higher perspective of things. You're spending time with, you know, your spirit guides. You're spending time with the higher power that you subscribe to. You're spending time with, you know, your ancestors, or you're just spending more time focusing on your intuition so that you're getting closer to your higher self. Now you're making decisions that your higher self would like you to be, and you're, you know, you're becoming more of that person. You know, you're becoming more of who you should be. I don't think it was for you to just be in an energy of powerlessness or feeling like you couldn't transform your situation. I think it was for you to be action based, for you to want to, you know, bring justice and clarity and balance to your situation, you know, for you to seek fairness, but to understand that it's within you to create that for yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? It was for you to have to, you know, bounce back, to have to persevere, to have to be resilient. You know, it's for you to have expectation. Okay, it's for us to have expectation, because when we have expectations, we're believing for something good. Okay, we're believing for something good. That's something that we expect because we deserve it. So I really do feel as though y'all are just becoming, like I said, just more successful people. Like, you're understanding, you're taking the steps to success. You're understanding, even if this is your first time going about this, you're understanding that these lessons, you're understanding, you know, these things, because at the end of the day, you just don't want to go back. You don't want to go back to the person that you used to be. And I think it's very difficult for you to be able to do that just with the level of your own spiritual growth and evolution. It's kind of hard to go back to, you know, lower vibes. We all have bad days, but it's kind of difficult for you to go back to how you used to live, which could have been at a lower vibration, is what I'm trying to say. And then you also have compassion with Kuan Yin. And I really do think that as far as with you, something that helps you to keep going and it helps you to continue becoming, not only are you becoming more of a compassionate person, but I also feel like you're directing a lot of that compassion towards yourself as well. You're letting go of the things in your past that had you in a certain place, you know, and you might look back at your past and really just not like it at all. You know what I'm trying to say? But our past is there for a reason, because it was us, you know. And if anything, I think that you're just, you know, building up some type of compassion for the person that you used to be. You know, you're lovingly letting that person go so that you can really step into who you want to be, which is someone who is known, someone who is validated, someone who is, you know, for some of y'all famous, someone who is well known. And all successful and famous people have stories to tell. They all have stories to tell about where they used to be and where they are now. So I just feel like even though you are, you know, obviously evolving, obviously stepping into, you know, a new life, obviously reprogramming yourself, I think that you're also finding compassion for those things that you also had to let go of. And yeah, we all go through moments where we have to grieve our past self, you know, and sometimes you might be angry at yourself, but from the past, but it's like you can't really be mad at yourself for not knowing what you know now. You know, it was really all in the walk that really taught you how to live life in a different way, you know, to go about things in a different way. So I think that you're developing compassion for, you know, who you used to be and just the journey that you're taking. I think that's what keeps you persevering. Because you're clearly working towards something. You're working towards something substantial for yourself. So I feel like that is, you're compassionate all around the board, especially for yourself. And just what you've been through, and just focusing on a goal of where it is that you're going is basically what I'm trying to say. So let's look at the second question, which is, what have you been successfully letting go of? So what have you been successfully letting go of? And I have this is the surrender deck. I always call it the sacrifice deck, but what have you been successfully letting go of? Okay, you've been successfully surrendering to your soul's path, which is amazing. It says your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. That definitely goes in here with the compassion. I feel like you've definitely been able to, embrace all of the lessons. Like I said, that's what keeps you persevering even if you fail. Or even if you succeed, I think this is what continues to keep you enduring, because you understand that everything is happening for a reason, and where you are is where you are for a reason. I also think that that you had to surrender to your soul's path in order to get out of that energy where you might have felt like you didn't have a purpose, or you didn't understand what you were here to do, or you didn't understand what you could do that would bring you some type of sense of fulfillment. I think that you might have been very unhappy in that energy, and that's really what pushed you. That dissatisfaction is what really pushed you to free yourself. That dissatisfaction, you didn't like the way that your circumstances and situations in life were going. That wasn't something that was fulfilling to you. So that's why I feel like you eventually at a point was just like, well, I need to get out of this. I need to free myself because I need to bring some type of sense of balance and order. You was like, I need to bring some order to my life. And that's an amazing energy. Instead of just sitting in your circumstance, you decided to get up and to do something about it. And then something else you've been successful with letting go of is surrendering your attachment to results. At this point in time, I feel like that you have a big goal and something that you're looking forward to. But I also feel like the mistakes, the lessons, the things that have happened to you in your life, like at this point, you're just like, I'm going to do what I can. And I know that as far as me putting one foot in front of the other, like it doesn't matter where I end up. I know that I'm not going to ever be back in that energy where I didn't feel empowered to make a change, where I didn't feel empowered to take a step forward, where I felt like I was so confused that I just kept myself stuck in a situation or circumstance that was still not making me happy. So here we have the formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. And that's something that I knew that y'all were becoming definitely a lot much more successful. And when you're becoming successful, a lot of folks don't really know that there's a path that you actually have to take to success. And you've been able to, if you didn't know that you was doing this is really what you were doing. Like, you've been able to understand that there's 3 steps to success. It's where you are, okay, where you want to be, and steps that you can take to get you to that desired outcome. That's what you've been exercising over your life. Maybe you've already known that, okay? Or maybe you did not know that, but that's really what happened. And you used that feeling of dissatisfaction, that feeling of not being fulfilled in life to really drive you towards making things happen so that you can feel these things. You felt like you've deserved these things. But even within your steps is like, I know that you're surrendering your attachment to results, because with this 9 of Wands energy, I keep bringing it up, like that 9 of Wands energy is like someone that has I don't want to say literally, but someone who's definitely been beaten and worn out, okay? Worn out living life. Like, you've been beaten, you've been worn out, you've been bruised, you've been wounded, and that only comes from, of course, the mistakes or maybe situations that we found ourselves in that still were not to our highest good. Just because you decide to not be where you are and you want to move towards success doesn't mean that you won't experience failures within that journey as well. But you're being hyper vigilant. I'm trying to say, you're being, you're understanding that you have to bounce back. You're being consistent. So at this point in time, I feel like that's something that you're definitely becoming aware of. But at the end of the day, the major goal for you is to, this is in the cards for you, is to get into this star energy, which is just a really, really, really good energy to be in. It's like you're really creating your life and becoming successful, which is amazing. So Y'all, I definitely hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that these messages made sense and you were able to resonate with them. And I also hope that you're able to use this information to just help you continue to get better, to do better, to be better, and to progress forward in your life. So yeah, y'all, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Hey fam, if you chose pile 2, which is the essential tarot, the essential tarot with the Cyrite, yo, I'm done. The the essential tarot with the citrine crystal. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, I really said Cyrite. There's no such thing. It's probably because I'm over here looking at this pyrite crystal, but whatever. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Definitely make sure you check out the information in the description box. There you can find contact information of where to get in contact with me if you would like a personal or private reading. The link is there. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, the link, my Instagram handle is there as well at Spicy Bee Soup. If you would like to check out my 3D and hand painted gel press on nails that I have for sale online, you can check that out at wavylady.net. There's a link to my storefront. And last but not least, if you would like to donate to this channel, whether it be monetary donations, tarot cards, or even oracle decks, then the information is there within that as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be asking 2 different questions. Who are you becoming, and what have you been successfully letting go of as you're becoming this new person? Okay, as you're being transformed. So I have 2 oracle decks right here, and I'll pull from those a little later in this reading, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let me count 1, 2. I'm sorry, y'all, because these cards be a little different. Like the imagery is definitely different, and I be having to remember what the cards are. But anyway, it's okay. So a lot of y'all are you're becoming. Okay, I don't know how to say this, but it's like, you know how some people have like the girl of their dreams or the guy of their dreams. It's like you're becoming the person of your dreams, like yourself, but who you see yourself to be, like, you know. So you may have visions sometimes of like you, but you don't look like how you are now, or you're not where you are now. I feel like some of y'all could even be having dreams of yourself, but you're in a different place, you know, even in a luxurious place, or you see yourself, but it's like, you know, that's you, but you don't look like how you are right now, if that makes sense. It's like you're becoming the person of your dreams. You're becoming like that 2.0 version of yourself, or even that 10.0 version of yourself. Like you're becoming that person. So I don't know what y'all over here doing, but like y'all really are becoming just you, but more of an evolved person. And it's so holistic. It's not just how you think, how you act, how you look. It's really your whole lifestyle. You know, it's really, you know, your whole being. Like I really think that y'all are becoming people that, like, one day you're really gonna look up in the mirror and you're really gonna understand that like you are not the same person. Like you're gonna wake up and look in your surroundings and be like, yo, how did I get here? Like you know, you really gonna wake up and things are gonna seem so foreign to you, but it's you and it's your life, and it's it's you. Like I don't know what else to say, but you're really becoming the person of, you know, of your dreams. So whatever that person looks like to you, you're becoming that person. A lot of y'all are becoming, I don't know what came to mind, like uh, some of y'all maybe socialites, or maybe, you're spending more of your time, happy. You're spending more of your time, celebrating. So y'all could really be celebrating a lot of amazing things to come in your future. Like, you're becoming this person. You're celebrating, you have friends around you. It's like you're you're, I mean, you could definitely be a star. You're the topic of conversation. You're the person that is in some type of leadership position. Like, there's people dependent on you, but there's also people that are admiring you. You're becoming an admirable person. That's how you say it, admirable person. Like, people are looking up to you. People like to be in your presence. That's who you're becoming. So you're becoming, like, I'm kind of getting center of attention, but I feel like even for you, you're really gonna wake up one day and just be like, yo, like, I'm really the person of my dreams. Like, I'm really the person that I've always wanted to be. Like, I have what I've always wanted. Like, I am who I've always wanted to be. So I know that someone who got this pile, like, like, who that person is. You know what I'm trying to say? And that person is you, but it may not look anything like you. You may have completely transformed yourself, yourself internally and externally, So a lot of y'all are becoming someone who's a lot much more, well rested. You're becoming someone who can actually put more time into your self-care, which is going to further enhance your beauty. You're becoming someone who is stable. You're becoming an independent person. You're becoming someone who has everything that they need, someone who surrounds themselves with beauty and elegance. You're becoming someone who wants to live a more luxurious lifestyle. And I really feel like this was, I mean, of course it's you that's doing this, but I feel like you understand that this is something that could be missing from your life even right now. There's a level of elegance and luxury and beauty. There's a level of something that you want to attain and you feel like that's missing. And that's why you're constantly working, doing what you have to do to get more into this energy of what you want, where you're spending more time celebrating, as opposed to struggling. What I'm trying to say? You're spending more time, with your friends and your family. You're spending more time being social. You're spending more time being out than just always constantly feeling like you're stuck in a cycle of work, sleep, take care of your kids, work, sleep, take care of your kids, eat. You're enjoying yourself a lot much more. You have everything that you need, so you can focus on other aspects and areas of life. And I think that it's important for you to get into this energy so that you can continue to work up, the hierarchy of needs, the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Like, not only are you, you're stable, not only do you have, good relationships, not only, are you able to expand on the things that you want in life, but now you're also able to think about your consciousness. You're also able to think about beauty. You're also able to think about aesthetics, which are higher levels that, many people don't even get to focus on in life because they're so stuck in, having to make enough money just so they can live and pay their bills. They're stuck on this level of, I have to just do these things for security. I really do feel like a lot of y'all are becoming someone who's able to, frequently engage, consistently engage with these other levels of being and living in life that many people don't even really get to experience because they're so consumed with having to just make sure that they have enough to get by. So that's who you're becoming. You're becoming someone who can engage in those other aspects of life. Even if you're not someone who, becomes famous, or that's not your desire to be a socialite, you will be in, social settings with other people that are also accomplished as well. What I'm trying to say? Even if it's not something that you want to be, you never saw yourself being the center of attention. It's like within your friends group and circle, within that, social circle, you're definitely going to be known because you belong there. So I feel like a lot of y'all are really going to become, like I said, the person of your dreams, like the person of your dreams. You're going to become that person and that version of yourself that you always knew that you could be, that you always knew was possible for you. You may not have seen how it was possible for you, but I definitely think you're becoming that version of that person. So Yeah, let's see if we can get some more cards. This is the... Yeah, some of y'all, I feel like if you ever thought about, if you are an entrepreneur, if you ever thought about getting into entrepreneurship, I definitely think that that would be a good thing for you. But if you are an entrepreneur and you know that you've just constantly been working, like you've constantly been working, or even if you're not, like you're just constantly working and working and working, I think you're going to get to a place to where you are still going to be making a lot of money. Like you're becoming someone who, and I don't know what you're doing, you could be engaging in multiple streams of income. I'm just saying, like, you're gonna become a person who barely even has to work, but things are still working for you. You're still making money, but you don't even have to get up and work for it anymore. You know, you don't even have to do it. Even on your laziest day, you're still getting paid. Okay, even on your laziest day, you're still having things working for you and things being taken care of for you. But I do feel as though it's more so people that got this pile that are, you know, trying to get their money together. They're trying to get things together for themselves. They're, you know, even if not, you're engaging in multiple, you know, creative hobbies. You're doing multiple things. Like you're just literally trying anything, you know, everything, just to create the lifestyle that you actually want. So I think that you are actually, you know, becoming someone who has a certain type of lifestyle to where it's like you don't even have to work. Like you got other people doing it for you. Like you don't even have to you could really be uninspired and unmotivated for a period of time, but you're still getting paid. So you're definitely gonna be, you know, you're building up something that is going to pay you, you know, and it could be paying you for the rest of your life. Like it could really be paying you, you know, so some type of residual income or something that's really going to, you know, pay your bills, and you still going to be able to have a certain type of lifestyle without even having to lift a finger. Spirit was like, just say lift a finger, lift a finger. Like you won't even have to lift a finger if you don't want to, but you're still going to get paid. Like, so whether this is having people working for you or you just setting up some type of stream of income that doesn't really require too much effort on your part to still make money from. Okay. But I do feel like y'all have really, you know, been trying everything. And I think that this is a type of lifestyle that you want anyway, because you've just been diligent and your perseverance towards this, you know. So like something else too is make money while you sleep. That could be something. That could be something. Make money while you sleep. Make money while you sleep. Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, like it's just the person that you're becoming is really about to take less effort on your part to make things happen. You know, it's really about to take less effort. And I feel like it's because you've put so much effort in, you've put so much time in, you've put so much thought in, you've put so much energy in, you know, to creating the lifestyle that you want. Like you've put so much time in. I feel like it's who you're becoming is like you're going to be able to engage in the type of sort of lifestyle that you really actually want without even having to put anything into it, like at a certain point in time, because you did all the legwork. You did everything that you had to do initially in the beginning stages, and so now you'll just be enjoying life without any type of stress. You know, you'll be enjoying life without any type of real responsibility because you already did what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm trying to say? You already put the work in. So it's just giving like, you're really becoming a financially stable person. You know, you're becoming a financially free person, someone who also has time. So you're going to be, you know, having time freedom, and where you can spend that time that you would have ordinarily been spending on working or trying to get stuff together. You can have more time to spend it in social settings. You'll have more time to focus on your soul's growth, because now, you know, other factors aren't necessarily factors or issues anymore. Now you really can do whatever it is that you want to do for yourself. But I definitely do feel like a lot of y'all have definitely put a lot of effort into this lifestyle that you want to create. And so now you're finally going to be experiencing the blessings and the success that comes from the time and energy that you've put in. So this is who you becoming. Like, you really about to start living another lifestyle. Like, the song that came to mind was, you know, when oh my God, you know that song by Young Thug when he was like, I did a lot just to live this here lifestyle. Like, that's y'all, like, came straight from the bottom to the top just for this lifestyle. I think that's what he said. Like, don't quote me, but I really think that that's what he said in that song. But it just seems like a lot of y'all are really having a starting from the bottom. You know, now I'm here. Like, you put the work in that you needed to at the bottom. You may have had people ridiculing you, telling you things wouldn't work, but you didn't give up on yourself. And so now you can actually get to a place to where it's going to take less energy and effort to produce the results that you actually really want. It's going to take less energy and effort. So if you thought you was going to be working for the rest of your life, like, you're going to have to show up, you know what I'm trying to say? But it's not going to be as stressful or strenuous as it has been before in your past. Okay. And who are you becoming? So we have truth. I think that the person that you're becoming is more in alignment with the truth of who you are. You know, I think that if you're becoming this person, it's important for you to understand that there's, you know, higher levels to life that you can actually live. Like, I didn't want to say higher perspectives, but there's more that you can actually get out of this life. You know what I'm trying to say? And I also think that it's within your soul's growth and purpose to live this life, to really start from an unfortunate place and to still become, you know, successful, financially free and time free. I think that with the time freedom aspect of it, you'll be more in alignment with, you know, your soul's purpose, your growth. You'll have the ability to engage in just more aspects and more to life, you know? And I definitely think that it's really going to help you discover the truth of who you are, because now you're not so focused on just trying to live and just trying to get by. It's like you're more focused now on actual creation. And I think that it's through your creative projects, you'll have support that oftentimes it won't even feel like you're working, you know, because you used to working, you're used to strenuous work. So sometimes you just gonna be like, okay, I'm just showing up for this. That's all I have to do. Like, I don't have to write anything. I don't have to make anything. I don't have to lift a finger. I just show up. That's it. Like, it's giving talent. It's giving talent. Y'all know how the talent just kind of shows up. Like, it's giving talent. But but yeah, I think it's just gonna put you more into, you know, just the truth of really who you are, which is you are probably someone who was supposed to come here and was supposed to enjoy the other aspects to life that maybe most folks don't have the privilege of enjoying. Did I get a second card for first? Yeah, I think I did. For the first pile, I got a second card. And then we also have inexperience. Inexperience. I really do feel as though a lot of y'all are going to be able to tap into, you know, different aspects that you may, you know, be inexperienced within. And there's nothing wrong with being inexperienced. I think there's beauty in that because you're putting yourself in a position to actually be able to learn. So a lot of y'all, I don't think you've grown up in this type of lifestyle, the one that in which you are becoming. So I think that you could be a little, you know, inexperienced. You don't really understand how these things work because now maybe you have more money, maybe you have more time freedom. But the beauty within that as well is like a child, you'll be able to explore multiple aspects of your new environment. You'll be able to explore things. And, you know, as you explore things, you'll find out that, you know, maybe some things within this new lifestyle are not for you, but at least you have a better idea of it as opposed to just someone who is on the outside hoping and wishing for things, but they don't even understand that there's more to it than just that. It's like, you know how people are with celebrities? They're always so obsessed with celebrities and the lives that they live, but then they're just outsiders. They don't really know, like, what it's really like to be a celebrity. Like, you know, people are always talking about you. You always in the news. You always like, you know, you really don't have your privacy. But I think that this is just a process, and, you know, it's just a new environment that you're going to have to experience. So it may seem daunting at first because there's so many different aspects of this new lifestyle of who you're becoming, and, you know, the new environment that you're, you know, stepping into. It may seem like a little daunting, but I also do think that being an experience is great because it gives you an opportunity to, you know, be able to learn, especially if you being smart and you understanding the lessons, you know, and you're applying them as you move forward. And as far as who you're becoming, what have you been successfully letting go of that has pretty much helped you to, you know, step into this new experience in life that you're really about to, you know, get a taste of, okay? Get a taste of. We have surrendered to your full power. So you've, you know, surrendered, you know, not feeling powerless. You've surrendered that, and you've actually really stepped into, you know, your full power and your ability. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. I think this is something that you've been doing. I think that you've finally understood that, like, I can't play it small. Like, maybe you've been conditioned to have maybe you've had less, you know, in your family, or even when you was a child, or even at some points within your adult life. But I really do think, like, you understand that, like, it's important for you to have more. And I think that you understand that. You know, some people feel like, oh, just be a minimalist, don't have as much. And it's like, if you have more, you can do more. And this is something I recently said in a reading. It's like, if you have more, you can do more. So for money, for example, if you have more money, not only can you do more for yourself, but you can provide more service for others. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just always about thinking about having more and how you can actually utilize those resources to enrich your life, to enrich your family's life, to enrich your children's life, like to enrich your friends and your loved ones' life. Like, I feel like you finally understand how important it is for you to go out and get what it is that you want, and understanding that you don't just have to take the crumbs just because. You don't have to put yourself last. Something that you've been doing is you've been putting yourself first. Like, what is it that my soul needs? And then you go out there and you go get it, especially with this 8 of Cups card, because it's all about moving forward. You know what I'm trying to say? It's all about, you know, you understood that it was something that you needed. You understood that it was something that you needed, and you prepared yourself to take the journey to go and get that thing. Okay, so who you're becoming is definitely a journey of transformation. But yeah, you're probably one of those people that's like, I'm not meant to work. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not meant to work. And you probably feel that way too. Like, why you at your job, or why you doing whatever you're doing, like, you're probably just like, I'm not meant to work, but I am meant to get paid. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? And hey, like, sometimes it is what it is for everybody. Some people like to work, but then there's other people that don't like to work. They just want to live the life that they want to live. They want to go to the events that they want to go to. They want to socialize with the type of people they want to socialize with, and they want to live a luxurious life. Like, we all have the free will to go and seek out the life that we want. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like you're one of those people. And then we also have surrender to complete healing. So this is something that you've been successful with letting go of. Like, you finally been able to really step into the, to a full understanding of who you are, and healing, maybe even what I got was lack and limitation. Like, that's something that you've definitely had to surrender within your own complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So especially with you being here, of course, you're interested in some type of spiritual and metaphysical knowledge and science. You see what I'm saying? So it's just giving me that, you've had to utilize spirituality to, not only see your life differently, but of course to create the life that you want. Okay. But I feel like it really took you having to let go of that lack and limitation to really opening up to the universe and just being like, okay, universe, like this is what I want, this is what the desires are within my heart. Like I need the support to help me get there. You see what I'm saying? I need the support. I feel like the lifestyle and who you're becoming is more in accordance with who you actually truly are, regardless of how inexperienced you are living that type of lifestyle. I feel like, of course, with this card, it's like you don't want to, of course, play things small anymore. It's like you want everything. You don't want to just be left with the crumbs. You don't want to be last anymore. I feel like you're putting yourself first. But in order to get there, to put yourself first, you really had to heal these things of lack, limitation, not being enough, of, you know, I feel like you used to be that type of person where people would offer to give you things, you would probably be like, no, it's okay. Or when people would make compliments, you would be like, thank you. Like you were afraid to kind of take the compliment. You were afraid to kind of take the help that other people were giving you. But now I feel like you understand that this is all support from the universe to help you feel, you know, and internalize these things that actually are in accordance with who you actually really truly are. Like you do deserve to be supported. You do deserve to be complimented on who you are or what you do great. Like you do deserve some accolades. Like you deserve these things. And I feel like you're no longer playing things small anymore. You're no longer taking the bits and pieces and the crumbs. It's like if you want a certain type of lifestyle, you're gonna go pursue this lifestyle and thing. But I think it did have to start with your healing. So you finally let go of, you know, incomplete healing, because the complete healing is what is going to help you feel like you're deserving of these things. And now you're going to start acting and behaving as, you know, as such. Okay, you're going to start acting and behaving as such, which helps the universe to give you what you want, you know, because you're, you know, sending feedback back to the universe. You know what I'm trying to say? And all of these things that you're, you know, sending through your subconscious mind is actually being reflected into your external world. So you doing a lot. But with that being said, y'all, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. I hope you understood this reading. We're able to get some messages from this reading that will help you to continue to keep progressing and moving forward. Definitely make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. All right, fam. So here we are with pile number 3, last but certainly not least, because pile 3 definitely hits. Okay, it hits too. It hits. So here we have the amethyst crystal with the Neo Tarot, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Make sure you check out the information in the description box. That's where I have posted links to if you want a personal or private reading. If you would like to follow me on Instagram at Spicy Bee Soup, that's there as well. If you would like to check out my new line of 3D and hand-painted gel press-on nails, you can do so by going to wavylady.net. There's a link to my online store so you can see all my beautiful designs. And if you would like to donate to my channel, that is greatly appreciated. You can donate tarot decks and oracle decks for me to use, in which the address is listed in the description box. And if you would like to send monetary donations, you can do that as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be asking 2 questions. Who are you becoming? And what have you been successfully letting go of as you're becoming this person? Okay, as you're becoming this new person, what have you been successfully letting go of? Because in order for us to create space, okay, with the vacuum law of prosperity, we have to let go of some things. We have to create space so that we can actually fill it with things that we seek, things that we want. So let's go ahead and get started. I have two oracle decks out here as well that I'll be pulling from to get messages within this reading. Okay. All right, that's starting strong. That's definitely starting strong. That is starting strong. That is definitely starting strong. So, all of these piles have definitely been you're becoming successful. Like that's what all of these piles really have been talking about. And this one not not the outlier for now, but we gonna continue to keep reading. But for the most part, it seems as though you all, if you're single, then it's like you you, for some reason, I just got powerhouse. Like you're going to be a powerhouse. Like you're becoming someone who is literally going to have more than you could have ever imagined, like within your own life. You're going to have more. And it's not just financially, it's like you're going to have more. So if you felt like alone, if you felt independent, if you felt like you've been going about life alone, it's like you really are going to have a community of people that are going to be supporting you. Like it's just giving me like you were unnoticed, you were not noticed, like you were not someone who was deemed as someone that was going to be great. But it's like the person that you're becoming is you're really about to get so much support from outside people, like people that you didn't even know. So it could be that you're going to be influencing people. It could be that you're being put in a position to where you're going to be teaching people. You're gonna be, it could even be fans. You could be having fans. Like it's just that you're gonna have a community of supporters that actually care about what you're saying, care about the work that you're doing. You know, they actually do care. And I really feel like you're going to be someone who, like, you could even be like becoming like an investor or something like that. It's like just someone who has so much money, like someone who has so much that you can, you know, not only use this for your family, but you can also provide to other people as well. I'm just getting like, you know, like for some reason it's getting like I don't know, venture capitalist is giving investor vibes. It's just giving like you're gonna have your hands in so many different pots, you know what I'm trying to say. So you could also be having multiple streams of income. You could also be becoming that person. But it's just really given that like you're going to be lending and not borrowing. So if your financial situation isn't the best right now, like this is definitely a positive sign that, you know, is not going to stay like that forever. If you're dealing with anything that's situational based, is your circumstances might not be the most ideal right now. It's like it's gonna be a complete 180 change. I feel like even you're gonna be surprised. I feel like if you are someone who has a family, you have people dependent on you, I just think that your family is going to become even more close knit because it's like you're going to be providing so much. Like you're going to be providing to them. Like you're going to get respect. Like you're going to be that respected family member. You're going to be that respected you're going to be the person that changes the life trajectory of your family and of the generations to come after you. Like you're going to be that person. Like you're going to be the celebrity of the family. You're going to be the star of the family. Like you're going to be that person because you've taken care of business so much so that like now other people can benefit off of your blessings. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why I feel like you're really gonna have a community behind you that really respects you, that looks up to you. They care about what you think. They care about, you know, your time and your energy. Like they care about what you have to say. They care about your guidance. They care about your wisdom. They care about your knowledge. They care about your experience because you did something that changed the life trajectory of your family. So if you feel like you're being unnoticed, people don't really care about what you have to say right now, it's like they gonna be caring. They going to be caring. Okay, they really will be, because you really, you know, are becoming a respected, a substantial person within your community. That's could be within your family. If you do any work for the community at large, like even within your career field, like even online, like you're gonna be respected. So yeah, I also feel like a lot of y'all are in areas in life where you felt like you've had to, you know, just keep things to yourself. You've had to just be concerned with yourself. I feel like you're going to be more adept at showing up for others because you're going to be able to share. Like I said, it's kind of like you're going to be able to lend. You're going to be able to provide instead of having to have less and just managing what you can manage. I feel like you'll have more. And sometimes I think it may be a little it might be overwhelming with the amount of resources that you have. The fact that you have so much, I feel like it might be a little overwhelming with you sometimes. As you become this, you know, this provider, I feel like it may be a little overwhelming. So something I'll definitely say is, you know, take your time to think through, you know, things in life. Don't make too many impulsive decisions. But I also feel like you're going to be someone that, you know, you are going to be executing, like you're going to be an executor, like, no, not an executor, like taking people out, but I'm saying like you're going to be someone who's actually able to bring about change. You know, you're going to be someone who's actually able to be effective. You know what I'm trying to say? You're going to be effective. Like whatever area that they need your expertise, like you're going to be able to get in there and to make change, to bring about change. You see what I'm trying to say? To make things grow, to alter, to change the course of things. You know what I'm saying? So you're definitely going to be a change maker, but you're going to have the respect and you're going to have the means to bring about change. You know, and it's not just to your life, but it's also to the lives of others, because I think that there's going to be people dependent on you. So you're going to be able to execute things like swiftly, quickly, enact changes. You know what I'm trying to say? Policy changes, you know, whatever it is, that you're going to be that person to, you know, to transform and change things, you know, not only just for yourself and for your life, but I feel like for the lives of others as well. I said, you gonna be an executor. I ain't mean it like that. I ain't mean it like that. But I'm just saying, like, someone who is going to be, who's gonna have the power to actually make change. Like, that's you. You're actually gonna have the power, the respect, the money, the resources. But yeah, like I said, you might be overwhelmed with what you have sometimes. You might be overwhelmed. But I also feel like that kind of compels you to want to share and to give as well. Because it's like, what I'm going to do with all these resources? Like, I might as well, you know, put this energy out there into the world. Like, you're going to have so much. Like, you're going to be lending. You're going to be lending and no longer borrowing. Like, it's you. It seems like you're going to be, you know, a really good source of energy. And, you know, people are going to be relying on you for this energy, for this expertise, for whatever it is that you know, like your skill, your capability. Like people are relying on you. You're going to be a needed, you know, you're going to be essential. You're going to be needed. That's what I'm saying. Like within your community, you're going to be an essential person. So if you was ever being looked over, people didn't want to give you attention, people didn't want to give you respect, like the type of person that you're becoming, like, you're going to get the respect. Okay, you're gonna get the respect that you deserve. Like, all right, so the Five of Cups came up in the reverse. Let's get two more cards for clarification. The Five of Pentacles came up within the reverse. Then we also have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands came up in like every single pile. I think the Nine of Wands came up. So as far as within the type of person that you are becoming, I can't say that you won't experience, you know, hardships on your path to just becoming this, you know, well-respected, this, you know, this person who changes things, this person who, you know, has more than enough. I can't say that you won't experience even challenges within that, but I definitely do think that who you're becoming, like a lot of the things that you have dealt with, a lot of the hardships that you have dealt with, you know, whether it's being left on the outside, not really feeling like you've gotten the respect that you deserved, whether it feels like you were, you know, disappointed, if you lost things, you know, I can't see that, you know, you're going to be someone who has the ability to, you know, overcome these things. And it's going to be tough. You know, everyone experiences hardships. It's going to be tough. And sometimes you can't even fathom just how much, you know, you've had to endure and how much you've had to go through. And that's why I feel like the Nine of Wands really came up in all the piles, because I really feel like it's just saying that, like, it's letting you know that, like, through transformation, it may not be easy, and it may be ghetto at times. You know what I'm trying to say? And I don't want to use the word ghetto harshly, but I'm saying it may be struggling. It may be struggling at times. Like, it may really not look pretty all the time. You know what I'm trying to say? It really may not. But that's just because, and I mean, you have to have grace and compassion for yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? Because even though you might be dealing with these hardships and things like that, it's still the blessing in the fact that you're still able to push and move forward. And I think that that's something that helps you to become even more of a person that can execute things quickly, because you've been in this energy where, you know, you couldn't really fathom how things could turn out this way. But now that the power is in your hands, you're going to decide to use your power, knowledge, strength, your access to resources. You're going to use this in a better way. You know what I'm trying to say? You're going to use this and direct this energy in a positive way, and you're going to do it quickly instead of sitting in an energy of lack or limitation or things not working out for you. Like, I feel like the things that you've been through, the things that you've experienced, and even some of the hardships that you might face within this new position within your life is going to help you to understand that, like, yes, I'm going through something, yes, I'm dealing with something, but I can persevere through this. So I'm not just going to stay stuck in this energy. I'm going to use what I have to make a change. Like, I'm going to use what I have to do this and to do this now. So I feel like a lot of y'all are kind of like the time is now type of people, and this is probably why you're becoming more of that person that's able to make a change, because you're not really trying to sit in the things that, you know, that don't make sense anymore. Like, you're not going to be someone who wants to sit in confusion just because. It's like, we're going to make a decision, and we're going to make a decision right now. That's why I think that people respect you, because you'd rather stay out of that energy. Like, things could be happening to you, but you don't allow the energy of those things to, you know, seep into who you are. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you could really be in a detrimental life circumstance and situation, but, you know, it's surprising. It's going to be surprising to you that these things are happening to you, but you can't allow these things to seep into your ability to actually still want to bring about some type of change, still wanting to take some type of course of action. So I really do feel like who you're becoming is not to say that you're going to ignore the things that you're dealing with or you have been going through in life. Like, you know, they're happening, but I also feel like you're not going to let those things determine, you know, your happiness. You're not going to let those things determine the fact that you still have to find solutions to that issue, and you still have to persist and continue to keep moving forward. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to get some cards from the Goddess deck, and we're just going to bring out some more information. So we have humor with Uzume. We have humor. Yo, this is given, I don't know. I just thought to myself, laughing at my pain with Kevin Hart. And I didn't read that book, Laughing at My Pain, but I do remember when it came out. And he was really just talking about all of these things like that he experienced in his childhood. And like, when you looking at it, it's like, dang, those are really detrimental things. But he has got himself into an energy of, just because he's been, you know, successful, whether you like him or not, he's definitely been successful, that the things that he has acquired and accomplished in his life has helped him to forget, you know, those things that have really been detrimental in his life. And not to say that he forgot those things, he remembers them, but he doesn't remember the pain that's attached to it because he's so far gone and so far removed from that. So I really do feel like that's something that is going to occur for y'all as well. I feel like y'all are also becoming successful, which is similar to the other two piles, but it's just so much so that it's like you're so far removed from the pain and the things that really, you know, made you feel as though you couldn't really move forward in life. So I really do feel like a lot of y'all will be engaging in much more of a light-hearted type of energy. And I really just think it's because y'all are going to be, you know, in power. Y'all are going to be calling the shots. Like, y'all are going to be taking action. Like, y'all are going to be the person that people are going to be looking up to. Like, they see you as, it's just giving me a leader. I feel like you're just becoming a leader. You're becoming a respected person. You're becoming a vital person. You're becoming an essential person. And I just feel like it's kind of everything that you've always wanted to be. You've wanted to have your say. You've wanted people to, you know, acknowledge you. You've wanted people to, you know, validate you. And I really feel like that's who you are really becoming. And as you get more so into this energy, I feel like it's just going to cause you to not necessarily forget all the things that have happened to you in your past, but I think it's going to put you in a better place of forgiving, because it's like you'll be more lighthearted about it. You're so far removed from those things that you can't even remember the pain. Like, you can't even remember the pain. Like, that's how so far removed you are from that thing. And instead of you being upset about these things, you can eventually get into a place to where you just kind of laugh about it. It's like, it's just giving the energy of like of like, let's say you got hurt in love. Yeah, you know, you was in love with somebody, you got hurt, but then you just at a certain point in time know that you've healed from that situation, when you can really look back on things and really just laugh about them. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you could really just laugh and be like, man, this person really thought they was getting away with this. Like, this person really thought that he was going to treat me like that. Like, I'm a star. Like, this person really thought, like, I just feel like it's giving like you're gonna have been healing yourself and moving past these difficulties like so much that you're finally gonna get to a place of just, you know, I don't even think about how hurt I was back then in that time. Like, I can't even think about it. Like, I remember what happened, but I'm doing so well right now that I just don't even have time like to think about that. So you're just gonna be more of a happier person. And then we also have Aphrodite with romantic love. So yeah, romantic love, of course. Of course, like this could be talking about love with another, but I also look at it as, you know, love within yourself as well. Especially with it being two and a two of cups, oftentimes is giving and receiving love, reciprocation. And I really do feel like, you know, this is something that kind of gives you a dynamic edge as a leader, is the fact that, like, and not just looking at it as romantic love, like you got to be loving somebody in an intimate, you know, relationship, sexual like manner, you know what I'm trying to say, but it could also just be your capacity to give and to receive love to others, especially with your provider mindset, the fact that you'll be taking care of, you know, just a community at large, you know, even taking care of your family. You'll be creating something substantial that is gonna, you know, last, that's gonna stand the test of time. I think that this is something that even makes you more respected by others, is because you're going to be more so diplomatic and you're going to take care of what's actually needed to take care of. And people are going to understand that it's like you're doing this thing out of love. Like, you're not doing this thing to be some type of authoritarian, like authoritative figure, like, but you're really making decisions that not only benefit yourself but benefit others. You're giving people what they need, you know, you're giving yourself what you need. And I just think it's within your ability to, you know, support others, within your ability to give love to others. And this is why I feel like you're going to be receiving so much support and love in return. It's just because of how you've been providing for others, you know, and people are going to to understand that. They're going to identify that that's within the vibration of love. So you're going to be receiving those things back as well, you know? So like I said, if you ever felt like, you know, nobody was paying attention to you, wasn't nobody picking up your vibration, wasn't nobody picking up what you was doing, it's okay, because there's going to be people that are going to identify with you. Okay, it's going to be people that's identifying with you. So it's just giving like leader, influencer vibe. That's kind of what it's given. But yeah, who you're becoming, it could even be in its most literal sense. Like if you never really saw an ideal partner for you, someone that matched your energy, I think that, you know, the more that you continue to, you know, be this, you know, community leader, the more that you continue to grow into these things, I feel like you'll be matched with someone who, you know, they picking up your vibe and they picking up your energy. You'll be matched with someone that's, you know, probably just like you. So I would just give it a second. And I feel like as your influence continues to grow, then you're going to be able to, you know, not even just travel, but you'll be able to, you know, actually you'll be out there, you know what I'm trying to say, and you're going to be noticed for who you really truly are. And it's going to be someone that's just like you, that's going to be, you know, understanding you, and it's going to, you know, you're going to stand out for them. You know what I'm trying to say? So I would just give it a second. If, you know, a romantic relationship is something that you want, just give it a second. Like, give it a second. That person is coming. Okay. But I think that person is going to show up the more that you know, become who you're becoming. Like, that's when that person is going to show up. So just continue to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. So what have you been successfully letting go of? You have successfully been letting go of worrying. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worry arises, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. I definitely agree with this, because I feel like I previously mentioned, it's like you're someone who could be going through mad stuff. Like, you're becoming someone who, yes, you could be going through mad stuff, and even as you're becoming, you know, this new person, you're still going to be experiencing hardships, because it's life, right? It's challenges in life. But at the same time, I feel like you're not going to allow these things to affect your mind, your emotions. You're not going to allow these things to affect you and your happiness. Like, you're not going to allow these things to make you feel down or depressed or low vibrational, you know? So I feel like you've had the ability to really look past your current circumstance and situation and to stay focused on, of course, what makes you happy, of course, the other aspects of life, of course, what you're trying to achieve in life and who you're trying to become. So I really do feel like you've looked past other things that may disappoint people, that may make them feel fearful, that may make them feel scared. It's like you've been successfully able to look past those external things that can cause people to be inactive, you know? Let's get another one. This card stuck out. You have successfully surrendered to your intuition. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. So yeah, this is definitely something that you have been surrendering to, especially when it comes to who you're becoming. I feel like, you know, especially if you resonate with this pile, I feel like it's like, you know, that like the type of person that you're becoming is for you, you know, like that's something that your intuition is telling you, like, this is who I am. And I even feel like as you're going through these hardships and circumstances in your life, like your intuition is telling you, like, no, don't give up, like keep going, like, no, take this step, don't do this, do that. That's why I feel like you are becoming someone who is able to execute things quickly, quickly. Someone who's able to execute things quickly, so basically efficiently and effectively. Like, you're doing what needs to be done as quick as possible. You see what I'm trying to say? And this why I feel like it's because you're building up your intuition. So it's giving you the power, it's giving you the ability, it's giving you the knowledge, the awareness, it's giving you the clarity to be able to handle things as quickly as you can. And it was exactly what people need it. You know what I'm trying to say? You're able to give people what they need. You're able to give yourself what you need. And I just think it's because you've been able to tap into your intuition, and you've been listening to your intuition, what it's been telling you. And I know it's tough for some people to do at times, but the more that you tap into your intuition, and the quicker that you do it, it really saves a lot of time, and it saves a lot of disappointment. Like, just do what you think, like do what you thought, like do what was told to you. And it really does save time. Like, I wish I could give you all the countless examples of times where my intuition told me something, I didn't do it, and then later down the line it was like, dang, I should have did it. Or even times that my intuition told me to do something and I procrastinated. I knew it was something I had to do, but I procrastinated. Like, so I really feel like the more that y'all listen to your intuition, it's going to help you to become even more of, like I said, that person that is able to change things, like transform things, that person that's able to get things done in as less time as possible, but it was exactly what was needed, if that makes sense. But yeah, y'all, I am going to go ahead and leave this reading right there. I definitely hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it resonated with you. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.